Living in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, this is Roger Holloway, ProStead Realty. You're going to like what you hear today. I'm going to give you two resources that will help you become more familiar, kind of like you're living in the city. You know, if I went to New York City today, hey, I'm an old radio guy. I'd turn on the radio, see what's going on. Well, here in the local Charlotte area, a 100-year-old station celebrating this weekend. In fact, I'm going to the 100-year celebration of WBT 1110 AM. A lot of history there, right? So you might just go to WBT.com and check out in the afternoons between 3 and 6, this guy, Brett Winterbull. He's like national talent, very good. Used to be a call screener for Rush Limbaugh. Mark Garrison at 6 o'clock is good, Charlotte at 6. But in the morning, I listen to Bo Thompson and Beth Troutman. They're on from 6 to 10 a.m. A lot of color and feel for the city. So I encourage you to tune in 6 to 10 in the morning, 3 to 6 in the afternoon especially. That's WBT. And then there's a newspaper called Axios. Axios is national, but they picked up and bought the Charlotte Agenda. Now, some folks from the Charlotte Agenda came out of the Charlotte Observer, large newspaper, and they started the Charlotte Agenda, got picked up by Axios, and you can basically get an email every morning with a 2 or 3 minute read of what's going on. Well, they have a new editor for real estate. And this article came up that I thought was so interesting. The net number of workers that changed the location to Charlotte from their original metro area. So let's just take a peek at this. I think this is pretty interesting. So from New York City, this last 12 months, we've had 1,700 people move from New York City. Then from the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, DMV, 785 people moved to the greater Charlotte area. That's in the last 12 months. They say we get somewhere between 85 and 120 people a day. Chicago, 617 people moved this last year to the greater Charlotte area. Philadelphia, Boston, Miami, too hot down there, y'all. Los Angeles, San Fran, Detroit, and Pittsburgh. So I kind of categorize these, and this is very much sort of my area of business that I get phone calls from. I mean, just today I had a phone call from New York City or two. And so you get the New York, Philly, Boston, so that, New Jersey. And then you also get, LA, San Francisco, West Coast, right? Had a call yesterday from the West Coast. And so we got people moving San Jose. People in San Jose that grew up in a bungalow, they sell it to a Google person, and they come here and buy a brand new construction home for what they, paid not too much money for 20, 30 years ago. And then we get people from the Midwest. I moved south from Indiana. So you got people from Detroit, right, and Chicago. So a lot of people moving here. We make relocating to Charlotte easy. We want to do that for you. And how do we do that? Well, you start with a phone call to me or peruse my website, which is right here, rogerholloway.com. You can go in here and you can do property searches based on any number of criteria. If you have school-age kids, you ought to go to do your greatschools.org research first, and then come in here and search by school. You can search by map, subdivision, zip code, but for a lot of people, that school stuff's important. And then you go over here to the video tab, and that'll take you right to my YouTube channel. 2,500 new construction videos over the last, I'm in my 10th year doing that. So definitely check that out. We'd love for you to fall into my YouTube rabbit hole and definitely end up over here at rogerholloway.com. And if you scroll down from my homepage, there's a link right here. It says Newcomer Schools and Communities Guide here. You click that, you've got a 600 plus page flip book with all kind of information about our area, about taxes, about where the healthcare facilities are. And I'll do more and more videos on that coming up. And if you're on any page at rogerholloway.com, if you go all the way, in fact, they almost all have videos. If you go down to the footer at the very bottom, you'll see this quick link for schools and communities, and you flip into that from anywhere on the site, and it'll take you to that flip book. So guys, if I've helped you today, and I think I have, hit subscribe, couple it with a phone call. We do make relocating to Charlotte easy. Hey, that's just what we do. And videos really make a difference for a lot of people making that move. We want to do that for you. So can't wait to hear from you. 704-345-3400. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.